Hello, my name's May, and I'm here to chat about what language is and how it grows and changes over time. Here are my definitions of language. Language uses symbols like words, gestures, and expressions to share thoughts and emotions, encouraging teamwork. It's also a cultural getaway, sharing ideas and traditions within communities. Language follows structured rules, using symbols and sounds to exchange information in cultural contexts. Language serves different purposes, such as we use language for sharing experiences, getting information, making deals, and build relationships. Here are what I have learned from my peers. The first one is interpretation and context. Language, including nonverbal cues, needs interpretation based on context. It's not perfect like a machine, and it has its own unofficial rules. Here are the main characteristics of language. Adaptability and evolution. Language change with society, technology, and culture while keeping their main features intact. For example, in this unique Singaporean Chinese mix, they say 我走先 for I go first, flipping the usual order by putting first at the end of the sentence, unlike traditional Chinese. Rules and systems. Language follows specific rules for effective communication. Cultural sharing. It spreads ideas and traditions within communities, such as the bow in Japanese culture, not only expresses politeness, but also shares cultural values and traditions. Expressiveness. It allows the expression of feeling and ideas. Symbolism, such as words, gestures, body actions, and facial expressions to represent ideas or actions. That's one. Communication. It helps people share thoughts and feelings, working together better. Those characteristics describe my language journey. Well, I speak bilingual, Chinese and Taiwanese, and now I'm in Vietnam. I started learning English at 13 and picked up Vietnamese while working in Ho Chi Minh City. With these languages, I connect, share ideas across cultures, and build strong relationships with locals. And you know what's cool? Speaking Vietnamese sometimes gets me local prize. Here is what I have learned from my peers. Language learning can be unintentional, such as the way babies learn, or how you might learn by moving to a different country, and can also be intentional and formal, such as learning at a school. Both input and output are equally important. The main characteristics of language learning: intentional and systematic process. Learning a language needs planning and effort. Like if you are headed to China, you might focus on Mandarin travel phrases. Engagement with diverse communities. Learning language connects you to diverse communities, such as I studying Vietnamese engages with local communities to immerse in language and culture. Effective communication in various situations. Understanding cultural contexts, such as learning Japanese, includes exploring traditions like tea ceremonies. Comparisons between language and cultures, such as comparing how English and German put sentences together, helps us grasp different grammar rules. Skill development. It involves acquiring listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. In my class, we explore customs like the Chinese New Year. Students make paper cutting and bake nian gao for the celebration, linking language learning with cooking. Nian gao The Gao sounds like getting higher year on year, so it symbolizes prosperity. We also compare European Christmas foods with Chinese New Year's traditions to understand cultural and language diversity. So learning from my peers is the language teaching is still evolving and it should be interesting and fun to keep people motivated. So there is no single way that works for everyone. Differentiation is essential to tailor teaching methods to fit the diverse needs and the learning style of individual students. Structured approach, such as a language course following Bloom's taxonomy, starting with basic skills and gradually moving toward higher order thinking skills, while incorporating cultural insights at each stage. Integrating devices, communication, cultural connections, comparisons, and communities, according to the acceptable standards in teaching enhances students' language and cultural proficiency. Hands-on learning. Learning involves active participation and practice and real-world connections to make lessons more engaging. Varied teaching methods. Teachers use different ways to help students learn language skills and understand cultures better. Flexible and purposeful, such as lessons on cultural festivals, allow students to adopt and understand various traditions, encouraging them to engage with local communities. Personally, I organize Chinese summer camp that bring international students to Taiwan for a month so students experience different language levels and also diving into cool stuff like 书法, Chinese calligraphy, and making local friends and also exploring Taiwan, fully immersing themselves in the local culture.
Created using Powtoon.